And now may I request a good friend of ours and a very eminent personality known to many people in South Madras, our real friend, Mr. Ram Babu sir from Vijaya Hospital, General Manager of Vijaya Hospitals. There is something that I need to share. When it came to AHPI conclave, so much of help has been rendered from Ram Babu sir, and he has made this entire program of AHPI conclave where about 500 people participated for 2 days, and the program was so smooth because of his excellent participation and his commitment in delivering stuff, and it was so helpful. And we know if we have Ram Babu sir as our right hand, processes will be very, very smooth. So thank you. And so many years and years of experience in Vijaya Hospital, more than 30 years of experience. Let's put your hands together to welcome Mr. Ram Babu sir. And may I request Mr. Samir Mehta, CEO of Mehta Hospitals, to please come and give our token of appreciation to Mr. Ram Babu.
Respected Dr. C. Kumar sir, Mrs. Jyoti Clara, Mr. Venkat, Mr. Samir Mehta, and Mrs. Gayatri Sandeep, and my dear friends and leaders in healthcare. You may ask me why you are calling me as leaders, because it's a leadership program. We have attended for the leadership program, and you are calling us as leaders. The first and foremost quality of a leader is learning. A leader should be a good learner. So we all came here to learn further to how to success in our endeavor. Now, in my view, because it's a leadership program, I will take few minutes to discuss about the leadership in healthcare. There are 3 types of leaders. Some of the leaders are born like Gandhi, Mother Teresa, Nelson Mandela, so many things like that. Some of the leaders are made leaders like IAS officers, IPS, Army Chief, collectors. They are all also leaders, but they are all by training they become leaders. They go to training classes, they go to so many training programs, and then they develop the leadership qualities. Third one is the leaders are created. Overall created leaders are now political leaders. People will create them as leaders, but see, all the leaders should have vision, but what is the object? That is very, very important. Suppose I am an army chief, I have got leadership qualities, but my objective is to kill the enemies whoever crosses my border. But in the healthcare industry, leadership qualities, your objective should be to save people irrespective of enemy, even the terrorists we are saving in hospitals. So the qualities are same, but the objectives differs. Similarly, the leadership qualities also differs from the organization to organization. Since we are all working in healthcare industry, let us discuss about the leadership qualities in healthcare. Of course, you have got very good vision, you have got very good objectives, but how you are going to communicate to your followers? So the leaders should have an integrity and faithfulness and transparency in communicating the objectives and aims to their followers. If I keep myself my vision, so I cannot achieve anything unless my followers helps me. It's a teamwork. See, there is a proverb that aimless efforts will not give you success. Without aim, how we will work? How we should work with aimful to achieve the objectives. See, you must be seeing, we all observing on roads, dogs chases the car, isn't it? Everyone will notice the thing, and our dogs will chase the cars. When the car stops, dog also will stop. When car starts, again dog will chase. What is the purpose of chasing car by dog? Nobody knows so far why dogs are chasing cars. Even dog itself does not know why he is chasing car. These are all called aimless efforts. We all do our efforts but without any aim. Before you start any work, you should have your aim, why I am doing this work. Let us come to the healthcare. In healthcare, every leader in healthcare is facing a challenge in responding to their pressures. Like Mrs. Gayatri has said in the beginning, pressures in what you call doing their role as an administrators. One is the high quality of service, other one is the compassionate thing, third one is the care to the patients. So here, how you respond is very, very important. I would like to tell two words here. One is the react and another one is the respondness. Generally, we all will react for the situations. We all will react for the communications. Somebody comes and says something, immediately we will react. We also say, why you are reacting so quickly? What is the difference between react and respond? We all will react for the situations, but we don't respond for the situations. React with thinking is respond. Respondness without thinking is reaction. The hairline difference between react and respond is only thinking. Before you react, you think. It will become a respondness. Generally, we don't think, we act. If somebody says something, we also say something. So reactions will spoil the relations and respondness will build the relationship in your healthcare. Especially, you are dealing with the human lives in hospitals. Whatever your personal emotions, personal problems, you should leave it and then you should concentrate on the patient care. Now, as a leaders in healthcare, you have to assess. Assessment is very, very, very important. You have to assess the needs of your customer. In healthcare, who are all the customers that you should take care of? One is the patient. Patient is the first and foremost customer. What is his needs? Waiting time, good treatment, and expert technical skills, and treatment, care of service. The other customer in healthcare is the family member of a patient. What is his needs? Family needs are different. Family needs are like early diagnosis and communication regarding prognosis, communication regarding cost of treatment, how much it costs for his patient, for hospitalization, for total entire treatment, and good care to the patient. These are the needs of the family. The other customer in healthcare is the owner. What is his needs? Owner's needs is always the profits, good care to the patients, and also the coordination and good relationship among the caregivers, care providers. Suppose if the nurse is not getting along with the doctor and boys are not getting along with the sister, so they are all the care providers, and management also expects the good coordination among these people. The fourth one is the community. What community expects from the hospital? Community wants to know, community is not the immediate customer of your hospital. community is not immediate patient of your hospital, but one day or other community members may become patients or customers to your hospital. So what you have to satisfy the community is, what are all the services is available in our hospital and how to reach them when they required. And accessibility and affordability is the need of the community. And last one is the staff. Then what is the staff? Good salaries, motivation, and good care and treatment also. Here, when the question comes for the staff, the assessing staff is very, very important. See, to get success, the expertization in every field is required, but as a leaders, we are not expert in every field. Then what to do? We should know how to appoint experts in every field. Ratan Tata has said in one meeting that I am not expert in every field, but I know how to appoint an expert in every field. That is the success of the leader. So these are all the needs of the customers. So in healthcare, what you required is, because you are all dealing with the human lives, you should know how to balance the social responsibility and compassionate things, care to the patient and responsibility. All these things you have to balance as a healthcare leader. Lions led by a sheep is defeated by a group of sheep led by a lion. That means here the question is, whom you are leading is not the question. Who is leading is very, very important. So generally I remember two animals you must be knowing. One is the eagle and other one is the lion, to know more qualities about the leadership. The eagle for the vision and commitment, and the lion is for the pride